Hey everybody, this is Booch 316 checking in here. And for those of you that are listeners of the Boochcast, by the way, you can check out the Boochcast on SoundCloud.com. Go to SoundCloud.com/Boochcast, BOOCHCAST, hashtag shameless plug, to listen to the shows. Then you know this video I'm about to make is very long overdue. And there's a lot of reasons why I haven't had time to make this video, but now that I've got some opening in my schedule now, I've been able to make this video and address something that happened on the Boochcast. Now, if you didn't listen to that particular episode, I'll catch you up to speed right now on what I'm talking about. A while ago, I got a phone call from my good buddy, Derek Shapiro. Now, obviously, fans of the Booch, most of you know who Derek Shapiro is. Those of you that don't, I'll give you a little backstory. Derek Shapiro is an internet radio personality that I met back in 2011. And for the last several years, he and I have collaborated together on numerous things. I've been a guest on his internet radio show. He's been a guest on the Boochcast many times. We've done internet movies together, which are on one of his YouTube channels, Movie Internet Channel. We've talked about that. We've done numerous projects together, still do numerous projects together from time to time. But two things we did on my YouTube channel that you can check out is we did a carpool karaoke where he and I sang Money Money by Billy Idol. And the other was where we tried Bootio's cereal for the first time, since we're both fans of The New Day in WWE. Well, in the Bootio's video, apparently there were some issues. Derek called me to say that he played the Bootio's video on a college radio station where he works at from time to time and does a little tiny show up there in Salem, Massachusetts. And he was mad at the fact that I cussed in the video. I said maybe 2 cuss words the entire video. And the reason he was upset was because it aired on his college radio station and he got into a little bit of trouble. Well, obviously I had no sympathy for what happened. And the reason was because I found it kind of weird that Derek didn't know I cussed in the video, especially since he was standing right next to me when I said the cuss words, and he cussed in the video as well. As soon as I cussed, he cussed immediately after me. So, as far as I'm concerned, I have nothing to blame about this. So, of course, I asked Derek the question, Derek, why didn't you screen the video before you put it on? Because here's a little secret. Here's a little inside tip I want to give you guys, for those of you that don't know the world of radio. In radio, they check video. Whenever they play audio clips or video clips or stuff they find, they listen to it before they put it out there. And they do that to look for inappropriate words that might upset the FCC and bleep them. It's called show prep. Every radio station does this, whether it was the regular guys, the Burt Show, the Von Hessler Doctrine, Bailey and Southside, When's World, or even the big shows like Howard Stern and Opie and Anthony when they were still around or whatever. You know, they all do prep work before putting out clips every time. So I asked Derek, why didn't he do that? This is the answer he gave me. I swear to God, he said, well, Booch, I have such a hectic schedule, I just didn't have the time. Which to me was an unacceptable excuse, especially coming from a guy who has a very hectic schedule, and up until recently, my schedule was 10 times as hectic as it ever was. So I have no sympathy for shit like that. Also, if you don't have time to screen a clip, don't use the clip. Find the time to screen it, bleep it, and put it in later. So as far as I'm concerned, Derek bitched and complained for absolutely no reason. I told him that was a dumb decision on his part. And of course, he came at me with all his bullshit excuses and blah, 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 blah. Because my biggest pet peeve with Derek is that whenever I try to give him advice, whenever I try to explain shit to him, it goes in one ear and out the other. He don't fucking listen. So it's like, fine, you know what? Fail on your own. I no longer give a fuck. That's the kind of attitude I have. But we had that little tiff, and obviously we're past it now. But there was one thing that he said, And it's the basis for why I entitled this video. You know, the title of this video is called No Money, No Content. Some people are a little confused as to what that title is about. I'm about to explain why I'm calling it that. He asked me if I could refrain from cussing in my YouTube videos so that he wouldn't have to go through that screening process and just air them. And that bothered me immensely. In fact, I believe my answer to Derek was, go fuck yourself. That's never going to happen. And I'm going to tell you guys why that's never going to happen. Because this YouTube channel right here is mine. This is my YouTube channel. Nobody runs it. Nobody owns it. I don't have a boss that I work for. This is my YouTube channel. And just like the Booch cast, my podcast, those are two places where I express my viewpoints, where I speak my mind, and where I will talk however the fuck I want to talk. And my philosophy is very, very simple. If you're not paying me money, if you don't put money in my pocket, if you don't put money in my bank account that allows me to financially support myself, then you don't get to dictate any content that I put out on this YouTube channel or on the Boochcast. It's that simple. That's what I mean by no money, no content. If you're not putting money, if you don't pay me money, you don't get to tell me what to post. You don't get to tell me what to do in any way, shape, or form. I do not value your threats or opinions in any way, shape, or form. Okay? Because obviously there are some situations I'm aware where I'm not allowed to cuss. For example, at When's World, when I do the male soap opera moment, if you listen to the podcast version, the first 10 minutes of that show, roughly, airs live on AM 920 The Answer. The on-demand is on the podcast. So during those first 10 minutes, I have to follow FCC regulations. I can't cuss. I can't say certain words. I have to restrict what I say. And I do that because it's the FCC. Once we get to the podcast on-demand version, I can speak however I want. I can speak freely. That's why if you listen to the podcast, you'll notice after that first half is done and we move on and we say we're back with the on-demand version, it gets a little edgier after that because we're in the podcast world where we have more freedom and we have more opportunities to express ourselves. Now, obviously, if I'm working on a TV show or I get casted in a movie and I'm acting in a movie or a TV show, and a script is put in front of me, obviously, I would have to read the lines on the script. They might give me room to ad-lib, maybe, maybe not. But depending on the rating of the movie, obviously, cussing would be out of the question. So I see different situations where if someone told me not to cuss, I would listen. But when it comes to this YouTube channel, and it comes to the Boochcast, I'm going to speak however I want. And if you don't want to take the time to bleep out my cuss words, if you don't want to take the time to do the research, guess what? Don't play the video, all right? I'm not going to do someone else's work for them. I'm not going to censor myself so someone else can be lazy because I don't tolerate laziness, okay? That's just something I don't tolerate. Never have, never will, okay? Why? Because I work my ass off. That's why I don't tolerate laziness at all. So that, to me, was goddamn ridiculous on Derek Shapiro's part, and that's just the truth. So, now, if at some point down the road with this YouTube channel, if I'm able to get enough subscribers, if I'm able to get enough hits to where YouTube can monetize my channel, and I could actually get money put into my account from my channel, and I get a message from YouTube saying you can only make money off your videos if you don't cuss, then and only then will you not hear me cuss on my YouTube channel. Also, if I got sponsors or advertisers down the road for either this YouTube channel or the Boochcast, if I got a bunch of sponsors and they were coming in, they were offering money to sponsor or advertise or fund my show, then guess what? Then I would probably stop cussing. Because obviously, sorry, Bonnie. Yeah, Bonnie's my dog. I was just letting her in. Then obviously I would not cuss anymore because that's business. And that puts money in, and that helps me keep these shows going. So that's basically the theme. If you're not paying me money, you don't get to dictate my content. You don't get to tell me how to run this channel. You don't get to tell me how to run my podcast. It's that simple. You want to be in a position of authority, and you advertise, look for put in some money for some advertising and some promotion space. Also, I have a Patreon account. You can go to patreon.com/theboochcast and actually become a patron that puts money in to the show. We have different levels for different patrons. Different rewards can go out to those people. If you pick the right spot, whatever rewards are given out, you get them, provided that you're, contributing. And it's that simple. Because I'll tell you right now, I'm more inclined to listen to people, especially when it comes to the Boochcast, that are patrons than some random guy who's just complaining all the time. So that's just the truth of it all. And that was something that legit bothered me, and I just had to make that clear to everyone out there. That, like I said, and I'll say it one more time, if you're not paying me money until the day comes that I can get sponsors and advertisers for the Boochcast and or this YouTube channel, or until patrons start putting money into the Patreon account, or until YouTube lets me monetize my videos and tells me I can't cuss anymore in order to get that monetization, until those days come, I'm going to speak however I want to speak. I'm going to say whatever I want to say. And if I want to cuss, then motherfucker, you can bet your shitty ass I'm gonna fucking cuss. I will fucking cuss till the fucking cows come the fuck home. Why? Because that's how I talk. Now, do I cuss excessively? Not really. I've dialed it back a little bit, mostly for my own decision, but every now and then if I feel like throwing out a cuss word, I do. Because that's just how I talk. And I assume that's how my listeners enjoy, because you guys are the ones who watch the videos. You're the ones who subscribe to the channel. And this is just something that I really need to get off my chest. And like I said, I haven't had a chance to make this video or have the time to really go into detail about this because I have had such a hectic schedule. But now that hectic schedule is slightly less hectic than it's been before, I plan on making more videos and being able to talk to you guys more here on the Boochcast. I know I've been rambling on for about 13 minutes here, but I really had to get this message across. And I'm going to say it one last time, just so it's made clear. If you're not paying me money, you don't get to tell me what to do. It's that simple. You don't get to boss me around. You don't get to tell me what I can and can't say. You either deal with it or step to the side. That's just the way it is. Because there's a new Booch in town. And his philosophy is, money talks, bullshit walks. And I know that's an old saying, and people are going to say, Vinny, that saying's been around forever. Yes. But it's a saying that I have recently made a creed for the Booch, for a variety of reasons. Some of my fans understand what those reasons are. Some of you might not, but it's just the way it is. Look, I put out videos regardless. I make podcasts regardless. But like I said before, if you're not paying me money, you don't get to tell me what videos I make or what topics I talk about on my show. You don't get to dictate my content. You can make suggestions, but those suggestions, I have the right to throw them away. It's just the way it is. And I'm not trying to be a dick. I'm just trying to make a statement very clear. And I thank you guys for taking the time to listen to this. I know it's been quite long, so before I go any crazier, I'm just going to tell you guys, make sure you guys hit the subscribe button, subscribe to the channel, Booch316. Now that I've got a much lighter schedule now, I'll be putting out some more videos coming soon. In fact, I've got an idea for a YouTube series that is going to be coming your guys' way very, very soon. And right now, I'm going to go sign off and go back to dog sit my new dog, Bonnie. In fact, I think I might make a video with Bonnie and introduce you guys to the new dog and give you guys the backstory on that. So, like I said, hit the subscribe button, Booch316. Hit the bell so you guys can be notified whenever the videos come out. I'll check back with you guys soon. This is Booch 316. Until next time, pizza, baby!